The TrekWorks YouTube channel is sponsored by Tenant Controls, makers of lighting kits, soundboards, and more. Tenant Controls brings your models to life. Hello fellow modelers, Boyd Crompton here with you. Well, I decided it was time to put out a news and updates video here on the channel. I haven't done one of these in a while. I wanted to address a couple of the questions that have come in over the last couple of months and talk about a little bit of where the channel is going and what's going on around the modeling shop here. Some news that I shared with the crowd over at our model shop show a couple of Sunday nights ago was that many of you guys are aware that have followed me from the very beginning here on the channel. I guess we're going on about 4 years now. Is that I had my regular day job was my own operating my own small business where I had a mobile car repair service. I'd go around and fix bumpers and paint mirrors and things like that for car dealerships and for private people. I've been doing that for several years, and but I'm also I'd also been working towards building up my business here in the shop, building models for clients and things like that, and it just kept getting busier and busier. And so this couple of weeks ago, I've actually been thinking about it for a few months, but I decided to take the big leap, and I'm now doing the model building thing here in the shop for customers full time. And so it's been a big change, and I just wanted to say a thank you to all the people who have written in with words of encouragement and mentioning the positives of that and supporting the whole idea, that have been following us for a long time, and it really means a lot. And we're going to give it our best go. It's going to be a tough challenge, but we've got a lot of work coming in. We've been getting a little bit behind on some of the work due to my regular job. My hours were so crazy. Sometimes I work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, and come home at the end of the day and didn't have enough time to get much done in the shop, and it was really interfering with the timeliness of getting my models done on time for my clients and things like that. So all my clients have been really nice people, really patient, and we're getting all caught up now. I've been, I guess it's about 2 weeks now that I've been doing this full-time out in the shop, just kind of getting used to it. And we're making really good progress. So again, thank you to everybody for supporting us on that, and our clients for being really patient. We continue to get a lot of work requests coming in, so I should be able to do a lot better job keeping up and be able to take on more work. So I'm really excited about it. And as far as the channel goes, some questions have come in over the last couple of months about the content on the channel. So I want to talk about that a little bit. The channel started out, I guess, about 4 years ago or so, or maybe a little over 4 years ago, as a pretty much Star Trek only channel. I was building only Star Trek models, and that was pretty much it. And that's the reason why a lot of people subscribed. Well, the channel has evolved a little bit over time, and the main reason for not as much Star Trek stuff going on the channel as much as there used to be is that there just aren't as many Star Trek kits available. I've got something like close to 500 videos on the channel now. And I've built most of the mainstream Star Trek kits that are out there, at least the kits that interest me. There's, from Polar Lights, AMT, the various mainstream model kit manufacturers. I've pretty much built all of the kits, and sometimes 2 or 3 times. And so what I don't want to do is I don't want to get into a repeating process where I'm showing you guys material that you've already seen. It would start to get boring. I like to do the instructional videos to show everybody, that's what I started the channel for, about how to do some of these things and some of the things that I've learned and that I like to pass along to others out there who are trying to get into the hobby, or they maybe just getting started, or they're just coming back to the hobby after a long hiatus. So that's what we're going to continue to do here on the show, and our model shop show on Sunday nights, and our regular videos that we do. But rest assured, there's going to be a lot of Star Trek content in the future. Right now I'm working on a 1/1000 scale, what we call Battle in the Matara Nebula. We're building the Polar Lights 1/1000 scale Enterprise refit, and the USS Reliant. We're doing a really nice little diorama showing kind of the battle scene in the Matara Nebula, showing you how to do the lighting and everything on that. We're going to do a really cool custom lighted backdrop for that and put it on a base and show you how we get all that done if you want to check that out and build your own version of that out there. And I've got several other Star Trek projects coming. We've got a big one. Hopefully we're going to be doing our 8-foot Enterprise refit, which will be the creme de la creme, if you want to say that, of all the projects we've ever done here. Things are moving along. It's been kind of slow. It takes a long time to work up the molds from scratch and gather up all the parts and do all the research and everything, and it's extremely costly. It's been really, which I've been spending nothing but, we did a fundraising campaign for that a while back, but we didn't really raise that much money for it. Most of the project I've had to put my own money into it. So it's been very slow going, but we're making progress, and I'm still got my fingers crossed that we're going to be able to pull it off, and we'll be able to share that with you guys here coming up down the road, and that'll be really, really exciting. So we've got that. We've got a few other things. I've got a really nice Randy Cooper Galileo 7 resin model kit. That's a beautiful kit. I think it's about 132 scale or so. It's fairly large. I plan on starting on that one fairly soon and doing a build series of that. So, but we've been doing some cars, we've been doing some planes, we've been doing some other things, and kind of expanding a little bit. And because of that, we've brought in new viewers to the channel, and we haven't gotten stagnant. We've continued to grow. I think we're up over 10,000 subscribers now, and we're rapidly approaching 3 million views on the channel. So that's just amazing. I still am amazed when I think about that for just a little channel that talks about building models. Nothing really sensational about politics or anything like that you'll see. Usually get a lot of views. So we're doing really, really well. And then we have our Model Shop Guys show that we do on Sunday nights. I want to invite some of you out there who haven't checked that out yet. We have a really fun time with that on Sunday nights. It's broadcast on the TrekWorks channel at 6 o'clock p.m. USA Central Time. During the broadcast, we have a live chat session going on with a lot of people from around the modeling community, all a bunch of fun people, really friendly. They're in there talking about what they're working on, sharing building tips, passing along info about new products that are coming out, talking about their favorite movies, all kinds of really cool stuff. They just have a really good time, and they chat throughout the entire broadcast. And then towards the end, I come on there and do a question and answer session, trying to answer questions about specific things about building models or products that I have or that I've demonstrated, or various things that are in an effort to help out fellow modelers out there and make their building experiences more exciting and more fun. And so it's a lot of fun, and we hope you'll stop by and check that out. Again, that's 6 o'clock Central Time on Sunday nights. We usually broadcast every Sunday night except for on holiday weekends. We've got the Memorial Day weekend coming up this Sunday, so we won't be broadcasting a show this week, but pretty much every other weekend we're there. I think we're over 80 episodes now, something around 83 or 84, so it's really doing well. I've been looking into more and more bringing another shop assistant in. I've got some people I'm talking to, so we may have a co-host on the show pretty soon, so that'll add an entirely new dimension again to the show with what he's working on, and kind of double the fun, if you want to say that. So things are moving along really well. Talking about how all this impacts the channel itself and the regular videos, I'll be continuing to post new videos on different modeling subjects. None of that's going to change. As I said, we're going to be doing plenty of Star Trek and other sci-fi. We've got our big badass models, Battlestar Galactica, that I'll be finishing that up. That one's gotten behind as well. We've got a lot to get caught up on that one, but you'll see that one all completed. We've got a lot of work to do on that one still. And these client builds that I'm doing, we get some interesting subjects that come in from them that maybe you haven't seen before, and I'll be sharing those. And then again, if we can get everything worked out on the 8-foot Enterprise, we'll be sharing that with you, so that'll be really exciting. The only thing that really is going to impact me a little bit is that my budget's going to be a little bit lower since I'm not doing my regular full-time day job anymore. So I'm relying solely on what I do here in the shop. And I plan on doing the best I can, keeping the channel exciting and all that. But when it comes to kit reviews and all that kind of thing, you may not see quite as much of that because, whenever I was doing the kit reviews and everything, I was basically, everything that I've had on the channel has been coming out of my own pocket. And so that makes a little bit of a difference now. And a lot of those kits that I, would bring and review on the show or the regular videos are not necessarily kits that I wanted to build, but I wanted to share them with you guys because they're interesting, and a lot of other folks out there might be really interested in them, and I wanted to keep things, kind of spread out and interesting to a lot of different people who have different interests in modeling. So we wanted to keep it, exciting and interesting. So that may change a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start a Patreon campaign. Some of you guys out there are kind of familiar with that. Patreon basically allows people to donate to help out people who do creative things on YouTube and all that. Now, what I want to be clear about is that I've said this before from the very beginning. I'll never have anything on the channel here which is pay-per-view. I promised everybody from the very beginning, and that's never going to change. You'll never I'll never have a situation here where you'll have to pay to see any of the content that I put out. This is strictly a volunteer program. If you want to donate a few dollars here and there to help us out on the show, to keep improving the show, to bring, it allows me, with that, it allows me to do more, basically. So I'll be setting up the Patreon thing. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work yet, but I'm working on the details of that. And then, of course, I'm still working on the website, too, where I'll be selling a few things, over there. We're going to have our TrekWorks soundboards and a few other things. I'm working on some building guides for the some of the models that I've built in the past, the 350 scale Classic Enterprise and the Enterprise refit. And because of my full-time job, I just didn't have time to make much progress on any of that stuff. And so that's all going to change in a big way now. We're going to be able to have time to get caught up on a lot of things. So if you can help us out with a few dollars here and there and donate, we'd really appreciate that. And that will allow us to continue to expand what we're doing here and everything. But don't expect a big, whether that works out or not, don't expect a big drop off. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to go away or anything like that. We'll continue to do the best we can. But I just wanted to be clear to everybody that when we do this, it's not going to be a pay-per-view like I've mentioned from the beginning. I don't really have that in my line of thinking. I believe that putting out these videos, from the very beginning, I've always wanted to do it to help out the community, and I just didn't think it'd be right to have stuff hidden that people couldn't see unless they paid for it. So we're never going to go in that direction, guys. It's always going to be the same. So, but this will be strictly a volunteer program. So anyways, I appreciate you guys listening to what I had to say today, and I hope that answers some of the questions to some of you who have written in about the channel and some of the other things we're doing. And I'm really excited about where we've been and where we're going, everybody. It's going to get a lot more interesting coming down the road. We've got a lot of stuff coming that we're going to be doing in the next couple of years at least that we're going to be working on and working towards, and you guys are going to get to follow all along with that and see it from where we started at from the very beginning on a tiny little coffee table. So I'm still kind of amazed at where all this has went since then. So again, thanks for checking out the video, and thanks so much for subscribing, everybody. We really appreciate that. We're really growing, and we're bringing in new people all the time, and that adds an interesting mix to what we're all doing here. So that's going to be a wrap for this video. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in just a few days with an update on the 1/1000 scale Battle in the Mataro Nebula. Until then, take care and happy modeling, everyone.